Hello Leo, welcome to your intuitive tarot reading for June. So let's just see what the universe wants to tell you and what energies are coming in for you in June, Leo. So let's see what's up. I think that there is something coming up, maybe the truth about something or this realization, Leo. And it feels like it's insisting on being acknowledged. And it might be about your balance between home life and work, or finances, perhaps. I hear something's got to give, so that is for some of you. And yeah, look at that. So you might want to start learning a new skill or building upon what you have, or taking some more education, or just put some more focus and energy into an aspect of your life, and hence why there needs to be this thought through balance. If you are going to put all of this energy in this new thing, that, yeah, it might also be something intellectual that you're thinking about a lot. Maybe planning and thinking how to start something or launch something. But it also might be that this truth that has come in for you, or this realization, is causing you to go over the details of something and honing in on the small things, or looking at every angle and aspect of something. So yeah, it's like for some, I think you're studying. Look at that. Studying and yeah, not studying, but vetting, sort of like you're researching a person, a situation that might have been sneaky, or yeah, just a bad situation or a person. But it might also be that you are laying some tactics, or how to be strategic about something. So give us something about this Ace of Swords. Let's see what this is. There is something that you have been mulling over and thinking about, because you had to make a decision. It might have been regarding transportation, but it can also be about your advancement, how to take something to the next level, or how to reach some success in certain areas of your life. And because of this sword coming in here, it's apparent that you will in June have this clarity and have put down one sword to continue with the other. Like you have that direction mentally, and this vision of how to continue forward in this situation. This is crazy. You see that, Leo? You have 3 cards and there are moons on every of these cards. There might be that the journey ahead for you is a lot about following your intuition, or succumbing to the unknown. Like you have to accept that you can't control everything, you can't know everything. Or there is this clarity that just comes from you being very uncertain and not knowing the next steps to take, or how to behave, or yeah, whatever you're uncertain about. And you have that clarity now. For some, I think you literally got some help, like somebody came in and told you what to do or how to proceed, or gave you the direction. For others, it comes from within, like you have that clarity now. And this situation is, for some of you, about a person that's not a good person. It's somebody who might be manipulative, or just a scheming person. For others, it's, yeah, as I said, how to proceed towards your goal or the direction that you want to take, but in a very strategic manner and being smart about it. It might be that, yeah, this person have caused you a lot of trouble or some burdens that they have, yeah, fucked you up in some way. It might be financial even. And here this card flipped out and it's span. Is it span? Spin, span, span. It turned in reverse. And that leads me to believe that there was something that you were waiting for and that you perhaps even were owed, but it never came in because of this person or this situation. Like something didn't bear fruit. You weren't given what you were due. So maybe somebody cheated you or scammed you somehow, or yeah, led you to believe one thing when the other thing was actually the case. Please give us some cards about these 2 coins here, universe. Yeah, this new direction that you're taking, Leo, it might involve some loss, that you have to cut something out in your life, give up something. And it might be a little bit painful, like something you don't want to give up, but this change may also come from within you. Like you want this change. It's just that it has a price to pay. For example, if you're changing careers or changing jobs or moving house or something, you have to give up something, but it's worth it. It might be a person, and this might be you because you're a fire sign. It might be Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, or just a person that is holding you back or that you have to cut out. If this is you, the Queen of Wands, she's all about knowing what steps to take. She's not talk or dreams or anything. She's doing. Like she's action oriented and she has all her ducks in a row and she knows what steps to take. So maybe this juggling for you is that it's difficult to take the steps because of practical matters. Maybe you have kids or there are some logistics perhaps that are difficult for you in June. And if this is something about a car and you've been cheated with car or transportation, that might be how, yeah, it's difficult for you to take the next steps. But I want to know, let's move these around a little bit. What is it that Leo is doing here? Paying attention to the details, working very hard on, putting a lot of focus in, organizing stuff, putting things into categories. And for some, it's even hidden, like you're behind the scenes and people might not know that you're doing this, but you're researching, finding information, gathering information, and while somebody is keeping watch. For some, it's like you're doing this on the down low. It might be also educating yourself. I think, yeah, for some, Leo, it's that you are working towards your financial stability or just your independence in general. And I see many of you are transforming something, that you're changing the nature of something, and that might be your career path. And when all of this is done, like when you have got all your coins here in a row, when you have organized and finished withdrawing whatever it is that you do in the dark of the night, you will come out like this, independent, shiny, and look at me. Like you won't be working behind the scenes. You will be very open and proud or showing off and communicating about this. It might be that you're applying for something as well, that you are, yeah, putting a lot of work into an application perhaps. But let's see what's coming in after this communication here, like for Leo. Then there's this stagnant energy of disinterest or rejection. Let's see what I can get from that. I just have to hold them together to see. I think there has been this rejection that really sparked your spite and your fire. Like this, I'll show him. Sorry. And now I get this. Yeah, something about communication or your truth, because the throat chakra is about speaking your truth. So yeah, maybe that is what's sparking this. If there was a loss or rejection or something, and your answer is to just fight fire with fire, but you're doing it on the down low in the dark, and you're gathering information. So for some, of course, for others, it's honing your skills. It's a new craft. It's putting a lot of effort into something, gaining some more stuff on your resume, perhaps. I feel for many, it's also this sense that you were overqualified, or you were so good for this and you still got rejected. And there's this sense of spite, like I'll show you, like, you came with a lot to the table, and there's this sense that you thought you would get this opportunity or this situation, and you were still rejected. But what is it about this person that's sneaky? So this might have been a relationship or somebody you dated as well, but something never came through or came in. And it might have caused you to worry about your finances, or worry about this offer that was very slow moving or not coming in. I think some of you also, if this is a dating situation or a connection with a person, shared your worries with this person and shared your thoughts, and they used it against you. They gathered everything you said, everything that you revealed, every time you bared your heart, and they gathered it and they used it against you somehow. Or they used it against you in this situation. I just want to know about this person, who this asshole is. Like, if it's a person or a situation, like, if it will have any effect for you going on from here. Like, will this follow you? And then you have karma. Karma is getting your... I'm sorry, there's some kids screaming outside. And screaming very loud. So, trying to get my attention, I think. Which makes me believe that I kind of lost it a little bit. Yeah, something... that completely threw me off. But maybe something distracted you or tried to get your attention, or this person were being very loud, screaming for attention, or often it's the person who screams the loudest that is heard, and the person who behaves is ignored. That's silly and lame, but that's just how it is. So often being loud and screaming and shouting and making a big fuss is what gets you heard. But anyways, you get the karma card, and the karma card is about things being put straight. There is justice, there is balance. And yeah, a cycle is being closed off. But this person might have had a large impact on your life in general. But I think you're closing off this chapter, and this person is, or situation is not impacting you further, sort of. Not in a big way anyways. Let's just get another card. when this card fell out, I felt that I didn't want this card. I didn't want it, but it's what fell out, but I wanted this instead. That makes me feel like you got something, like a job perhaps, or a situation in your home life, motherhood or parenthood, and you were like very rooted and stuck in that, but you wanted to be free, or you wanted a new start, you wanted a new chance, or you wanted to take a risk. These are two very opposite energies. So yeah, I think maybe some of you were getting something else than what you wanted. But let's see what's continuing from here, from the effort and the hard work that you are putting in June. Like, where does it lead? Where does it lead? I'm told to take one of these. Yeah, you have the compass. The compass is telling you, Leo, that you can't get caught up in the material stuff, like your position, your status, your finances, your house, all of that materialistic stuff. It's not going to guide you in this situation. You have to go within and let spirit guide you, and the universe, your true north. So if you listen to all of that external noise in your life, you won't be able to access this guiding system and your true north. And things might get a little bit more difficult than they actually have to be. But if you are able to let go and release the resistance that you have to, this urge to control things, to know the outcome and all of that, then things will go very smoothly for you in comparison. So yeah, let's get some cards to fill up that. So lead with your emotions and be genuine and see what gives you inspiration, what makes you happy. Like, follow your intuition and see what makes your heart soar and not what makes your wallet fat, sort of. And I'm not saying you should be a starving artist. Of course, there's an in-between position, but after a certain point, you don't need more money. After a certain point, you want happiness and you want to be fulfilled. You want to create, you want to be creative. But these might be connections as well. It might be things that are hard to let go of. It might be connections, family members, stuff that hold you back and breaks you down, Leo. Here you have the shadow side, which is these connections and situations that hold you down, that are toxic, and that might appear to be something that you can't get out of. And I really feel that this advice here is that you should face it. You should acknowledge this. You should face your fears. You should look at it and feel these feelings, so they won't have that power over you. You should shine your light on those sides of yourself that we might often just ignore or try not to think about or distract ourselves from. And it will lead you to independence and stability. But just that beautiful independence where you can rely on yourself and you don't need anybody else. Please give us a more card here. Okay, they are being stubborn. I think I'll just switch up. Yo, what's up? This is taking so long. Like, but again, now I feel like I am getting stressed because I want to hurry things along. I don't want to waste your time. I want to control it. I want something to happen before it's ready to happen. So maybe these are things that you are struggling with, Leo. Maybe you're afraid of taking up space, which is so sad. A Leo being afraid of taking up space. Like, Leos are beautiful. They should take up all the space. And Leos are so generous and just so nurturing and caring and patient. Meditate and contemplate. Exactly. That is what this card is saying. To find your true north, you have to be in that Two of Swords state. You have to put on your blindfold, Leo, so you're not distracted by things outside. And you have to go within to find that voice within that comes from spirit. To find your direction, but maybe also to find that confidence in your choices. Yeah, here you have all of these options, confusion, or yeah, just maybe distorted thinking, or thinking based off the wrong things. Like you're contemplating to make this decision or change based off your worry or fear, which is totally wrong. I think for many of you, this is a beautiful new beginning, maybe in career or something that you're passionate about. Let's just get lastly some advice for you, Leo, in this situation. But this reading overall says that you're going to be good if you manage to let go of control and let spirit take the wheel, sort of. Like, just, you don't know what synchronicities and opportunities that spirit has put out in your path, like little Easter eggs. Spirit is like omnipresent. Spirit knows everything and we don't. So when we try to figure out a situation, we have such limited scope of viewing things and solving things. So just leave that scope behind. Take your hands off the wheel and just trust the process, sort of. So let's get some advice for Leo. Oh, mountain, look at that. This is telling you that if there is an obstacle that you have here, it seems as it is, maybe a change that you're contemplating, a new direction in your life. The advice here is not to start chiseling at the mountain to get through it, but to just flow through it on the river. And yeah, don't start to climb it or try to remove it. You can, but if you can, or if you are going to do that, you have to make sure that in between every new step that you take, that you have assessed the situation, you've done your research, you know what you're doing, that you're not winging it. You can't wing it if you're trying to climb the mountain. If it's possible, Leo, you should just lay down in the river and float and let the river just pass, move around the mountain. That's also a way of solving problems. But yeah, that's the advice. But it's saying that it's going to be okay, I think, if I remember. Let's just get some more advice on this. I feel for some that you are sort of feeling like you're out of your depths or out of your league, or shocked, or just scared, or like something is overwhelming for some of you. I feel overwhelmed, like it's too much to grapple or handle or deal with, sort of, like it's just too much. And that feeling might cause you to shy away and head for another direction, but I don't think you should do that. Let's see what's behind the mountain. What's behind this mountain for Leo? If Leo manages to go with the flow and allows spirit and the universe to do their magic. There's a new beginning. There is maybe a new skill set, some new craftsmanship, because you have that here as well. It's learning something new or building upon the skills that you have. There's a new beginning. There might also be a child if this is a family situation for you. or just a young person that's youngish and playful, maybe a little bit emotionally immature. Let's see a little bit more, please. Yeah, I think that this situation that you have going on here might have this sense that there will be some conflict or some protests, and that's why you're working behind the scenes, that you're working at night when nobody sees what you're doing. So you're creating this behind the scene, but that might be a good thing. So when you have done that, this new beginning is behind the mountain. And it says nothing is set in stone, and expect powerful change. So I think that you are dealing with a powerful change here, but it's connected to this obstacle or this hassle that you have to go through. Again, you can also shy away from it because nothing is set in stone. But I want to see what's one advice for Leo as to how to go about this. Yeah, for some it's a contract or a new job or something like that. A new lease contract, maybe. The best way to go about it is to flow around the mountain. It's to follow your intuition and follow your heart. And don't follow the money or the outer conditions of your life. Don't use those as guidelines. And use your passion and just go for it and take action. And take those risks. Be impulsive, just go for it. And yeah, you will be able to accumulate all the funds or the skills or the remedies or whatever that you need to move on in this situation. You're gonna be fine, Leo. This is gonna be good. You're gonna be good, Leo. But you have to be a little bit brave. You have to be the strength card, the Leo. Okay, so I'll talk to you in July.